What is up, y'all? We are live. I am going live on Instagram for the first time ever tonight. I apologize, y'all, if you can hear my neighbor's dog screaming from next door. But I'm trying to get this thing underway. I was supposed to go live this morning on my Coffee Conversations Volume 4. Yo, I had a whole topic that I was interested in talking about this morning, but I woke up and felt terrible. I felt terrible. I think it was allergy. I slept with my window open last night, and the weather is changing here in California. I think it was just a thing of having my window open and a fan blowing in my face and just had me feeling terrible this morning. And I didn't want to torture y'all with my goat throat this morning. So I rescheduled that. We shelved that and we will come back to you. But let me just tell you about the topic that I had in mind. I wanted to talk about the topic of rejection and how black men are so caught up in their emotions that they can handle rejection. Y'all, that was what I was going to talk about this morning. We ain't talking about that tonight. That ain't what we on tonight. I got myself together. I took a little medication and I feel a little bit better. I'm glad to be able to present to you tonight. But that ain't what we was going to talk about this morning. Get it together. We were going to talk about the topic of rejection and the fact that I read a story about a man that approached two twins that were in a bodega type situation, a little corner store situation, and he hollered at one of the twins and she rejected his approach. She didn't want to give him her number, didn't want to give him her Instagram, and this brother started stabbing the twins. He killed one of them and injured the other. Craziness, y'all. But we don't want to discuss the things that we do in our community that are harmful to us. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got to talking and discussing things that happened this morning that I put on hold, that I delayed, and I forgot to cam up. Let me get myself on camera here, y'all. Welcome, y'all, to, I guess we can call this the first edition of Sunday Night Live. I don't think I've done a Sunday night live before, but I was supposed to go live on Coffee Conversations this morning and discuss that particular topic because I don't know if anything burns me up more than men who crash out because they are overly emotional. They can't control their emotions. Under difficult circumstances, they just crash out based on going off the rails based on what their emotions lead them to do. This dude approached a female. It's a terrible story. And I saw the mother's interview, the mother of these twins. She was so distraught. She was so sad. She was so heartbroken. This brother hollered at one of the twins who refused to give him her number, refused to give him her Instagram. And he was so caught up in his emotions that he just pulled out a knife and started stabbing, killed one and injured another. Twins. I discussed this story with a female who's close to me, whose opinion I trust. And she said, nah, he was going to stab anyway. Didn't have nothing to do with the Instagram. Didn't have nothing to do with the follow up and the phone number. This dude was mentally disturbed. I said, okay. You as a female to take it that way, I understand because all the females close to me understand, y'all, that I preach it. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep that thing on you. Keep you some OC spray. Know how to use it. Deploy it when necessary. And don't take nothing off nobody. I'd rather have you overreact than underreact and be in a situation like this where this young sister is deceased. Because this man approached her talking about, can I have your phone number? Can I have your Instagram? Can I holler at you? Whoop de whoop de whoop. And when she said no, he stabbed her in the chest and killed her. I'm not going to show you the news story because it might get me demonetized in this situation. But trust what I'm saying to you tonight. That's what I wanted to discuss this morning, but I woke up feeling terrible. Y'all, I had a sneeze attack yesterday that was about 20 sneezes in a row. It was incredible. About 20 sneezes. And after that, I just felt beat down and I went to sleep and woke up this morning and I just felt like I didn't want to hit y'all with a goat throat that I couldn't perform with this morning. I hope that y'all think and believe that I feel and sound better this evening because I believe I do. I think I sound better. I think I feel better. I think we can have a discussion tonight. I appreciate all of y'all being here. Takesha B is here. Lee Cogdell is here. Lance Nicholas is here. Blue Sky's mom is in the building. Craig Browning is in the building. Denise Napier is here. Zeal Zealous is in the building. And if y'all can see this, now I've said this before, y'all know I'm not the most tech savvy person in the world. We got Christian Manuel here. Chad Ramsey is here. I appreciate every one of y'all for being in here tonight. And I hope this is working out the way that I wanted it to work out with Robert Roberson in the building and Ladoska Frank in the building. This is the first night that I'm going live on Instagram simultaneously to YouTube. So let's see how this works out. Steve Hudson is in the building. Appreciate all of y'all for being here on a Sunday night, a Palm Sunday, y'all. We trying to get it in. I worked hard to try to recover and to try to recoup and try to get myself back in order because I was feeling terrible this morning. But I wanted to get myself in order to go live tonight to discuss this topic with y'all. And what are we talking about here, y'all? This is the Candace Owens effect. And if you are not familiar with the situation, it has broken the internet, or at least on the conservative side of the internet, it has broken the internet for the last 48 hours. Y'all, she has said in a statement on the X platform, I have left the Daily Wire with Ben Shapiro. I'm free. That's what she said. I am free. Y'all, do you understand the impact, the magnitude of those words? I am free. Whew. There are so many people. Ingrid Jacobs, we see you in here from the UK. There are so many people who are caught up in situations where they can't speak freely, where they can't express their ideas. Because if they do, then folks will come out and try to cancel them. Well, here we are with Candace Owens expressing herself over the last few months. This didn't happen overnight, y'all. This is something that happened over a few months. We saw her going back and forth. She making statements. Ben Shapiro is clapping back at her for statements she made because he wears the small hat and represents his community. She don't represent that community. She speaking from a different perspective, but he can't take it. We understand what's going on. He's part of the power structure of the Daily Wire. You can't go against your boss, Miss Owens. You can't just clap back against your manager. Y'all work jobs every day. You can't go at your manager hard and heavy and expect to keep your job. Well, that's what makes me wonder about this whole situation and the way it went down over a series of months. It makes me think that perhaps Candace Owens wanted to get out of her situation and wanted to get out of it in the best way possible for her to go forward and have a career moving forward. I understand it. I get it. But in that circumstance where Candace was faced with a decision, a hard decision where she was conflicted, she was faced with her own beliefs that were against what Ben Shapiro was pushing in the community. And let me say, honestly, y'all, it made me think differently about Ben Shapiro and how he came out shooting at the whole community, trying to get America to crash out for Israel, and how they were responding to their terrorist attack. I understood 1,200 people, more than 1,200, were attacked in your community. But with your dual citizenship, it seemed to me like Ben Shapiro was pushing a certain agenda over another, like he was for Israel harder than he was for America, like he was trying to push for America to crash out over Israel. Bro, who you think is for that? Ben? You think Candace should be for that? And when Candace came out and was like, I don't think this is right. I think Israel is going too far. I think they are crushing innocent people. Y'all, let me just say, I think Israel is justified in going hard on Hamas. But when we see innocent people getting gunned down in the streets, children getting hit with sniper shells in the middle of the street, we got to ask questions and be like, yo, is this really what we want to support? As Americans, is this really what we want to support? Maybe we should just back off and let Israel do that thing and let America be detached. We understand that there, look, zealous, we understand that there's tunnels under those hospitals. We know why they hitting hospitals. There are tunnels under them that Hamas uses. There are tunnels under the schools. We understand that. Israel got to clean that stuff out. We also understand that the populace of Palestine supports Hamas. They voted them in. As far as we can rely on those voter results, they say that the populace voted them in. The populace supports them. The populace is against Israel. That don't mean you should be out here slaughtering folks who ain't got nothing to do with government, folks who have no governmental influence, folks who are just innocent families subject to whatever the government imposes on the populace. Y'all, my friend Urban Southern Cookie is in the building. I appreciate it. And look, we're trying to have a serious conversation tonight. So if you look at what's going on in the chat, you see that I have restricted the chat to subscribers only, because I've seen over the last 48 hours this conversation get out of control. And that's what I want to discuss here tonight. It's not just about the bombast of Candace and some of the things that she said in the past. It's about how it affects the community. And I don't want people coming in here from the outside trying to disrupt what we got going on in this community that we are building. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm thankful that y'all are here tonight. So let's get to the crux of what we're talking about, y'all. Over the last 48 hours, I've seen so many commentators, content creators, podcasters, folks that are in this YouTube community that have responded and reacted to what Candace had to say and what her situation was. They say, whew. All right, y'all, we about to get into it tonight. Let's just strap up and get it in. They said that she has got her Negro wake-up call from the Daily Wire by them letting her go because she fought against them folks. And you know how we talk about them folks who shall not be named, about how they control the music industry. Well, Candace has come out in the last couple months talking about their control of the music industry. So we're not strangers to that. But in the last 48 hours, since she has announced her departure from the Daily Wire, y'all have come hard at Candace. I've seen so many people in the Black community that are attacking this woman. It has troubled my spirit, and that is why I am live tonight, even though I couldn't go live this morning because I felt so bad. I am on here tonight to discuss this with y'all, because I heard so many Black voices on the internet over the last 48 hours killing Candace. Yo, they was killing her. I'm not gonna name names here tonight. Y'all know who they are. They got successful channels. They got their own communities that they've established among Black folks. And y'all, it's ridiculous how hard they've gone at her. And they're pointing out different circumstances in the past. They're pointing out her marital relationship, the fact that she's married to a white woman. I'm sorry. The fact that she's married to a white man as a Black woman and has 3 Black children by this white man. And why do I call them Black children? Because the one drop rule still is in effect, y'all. No matter what you think about it, when these folks show up at a schoolhouse in kindergarten and folks look at that little kink in their hair, they not gonna say, oh, you light skinned, you get a pass. No, they gonna say something about you. What's that little kink in your ponytail? You must be Black. You got some Black in you. We gonna call you Black. We not gonna call you white like your daddy is. We gonna call you Black like your mama is. Why? Because the white one drop rule still is in effect in 2024. I don't care what you think about it. I don't care what you got to say about what I'm talking about tonight. That's why I restricted the chat to subscribers only. Because I want you to hear what I got to say. Takesha B says, you Black. If you got a piece of Black in you, you Black. Where is that not the rule? I got half Mexican grandkids. And I know when they enter the school system, they're going to be Black. It's just the way it goes. Well, such is the way of these children that Candace Owens has birthed into the world by this white husband. And I saw over the last 48 hours so many Black voices, so many Black podcasters killing this woman. They murdering her, y'all, just trying to kill her character, trying to kill her image based on the fact that she married someone who she loved. And it seems like it's working out. Candace Owens has been married for years, has 3 children by this man, which is more than I can say for a lot of Black folks who have children out of wedlock to the 75th percentile in some communities and rush down to the abortion clinic, down to Planned Parenthood to kill these black babies. Y'all killing black babies at record numbers, but you want to destroy Candace Owens? All right, let's talk about why you want to destroy Candace. Let's talk about why I support Candace and what she's doing moving forward. Candace Owens, y'all. Ooh, I'm on here 20 minutes already and I'm just getting to my subject. I'm sorry. I'm doing y'all like a black Kojic preacher tonight. When they say, I won't be before you long, and then 2 hours later, you're still sitting there. I ain't trying to do y'all like this. I ain't trying to long stroke you tonight. I'm just trying to get you to understand what I'm talking about. Urban Southern Cookie says, my mom is black and has some Greek. My dad is Native American and white, yet my birth certificate says black. And I'm proud of that. I'm a human. Oh my goodness. I appreciate y'all being here tonight. Everybody in the building, we talking about it, y'all, because Candace Owens has been on the menu. I hope you can't hear this fan that I got blowing in my face, y'all. I'm trying not to be rude to y'all, but I'm feeling some kind of way today. And I came on here tonight so we can have a truthful, factual discussion. Urban Southern Cookie says, pass the offering plate, Gerald. I appreciate you, sis, and your support over time. This conversation here needs to be had because I've listened to so many voices over the last 48 hours that are just killing Candace on some things she said in the past, some things she's opined on in the past, some opinions she's expressed in the past on different circumstances. Let me identify a few of them, if I may, y'all. The Trayvon Martin case. I ain't spoke on that case at all on this channel because when that case was going on, it was while I was doing musical content on this channel. I hadn't began speaking on this channel, expressing my opinion. Y'all, the Trayvon Martin case, in my opinion, y'all hear from my opinion, right? I'm going to give it to you. My opinion, the Trayvon Martin case was a murder. Yeah, it was a murder. This man, who in my opinion was inebriated, intoxicated, patrolling his neighborhood and called the police and they told him not to give chase. He did it anyway. With a gun on his hip, he chased a little black boy. And I tell y'all all the time, I nerd out on this stuff, y'all. I have a law degree. I went to law school for this stuff. When I see high profile cases, I just get enthralled with what's going on and I follow the case on a daily basis. The Trayvon Martin case was one. Trayvon was murdered. Had I been on that jury, let me tell you the one thing that would have swayed my opinion. When I heard the audio, and we still talking about Candace, y'all, don't tune out. We still here tonight. When I heard the audio of that little boy screaming, that little boy, that little weak voice screaming for help. And then you hear a bang and the voice stops. I knew at that point, had I been a juror, my decision would have been made right there. I knew what it was. That was the scream of a little boy, not a grown man with a gun who had called 911, who had told him not to give chase. I understood at that point when I heard that little voice scream on the audio. And then the bang go off and that voice stop. I knew that was a murder. That wasn't a voice of a young boy who was an aggressor. That was the voice of a boy who was screaming for his life. Help me, y'all. I'm about to die. This man got a gun. He about to kill me. I'm screaming with the voice of somebody who ain't even completed puberty yet. Well, what do we have here? We have Candace Owens, who spoke her mind in that instance. She disagreed with me in everything I've said up until this point regarding that. She disagreed with me. She fell down on the other side and she felt like George, what was his name? George whatever was justified. And I heard after the verdict came down, and I heard the jurors calling him by his first name, George. Well, we thought that George this and George that, and it was an uncomfortable situation for George, and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I said, oh, well, no way this boy was going to get justice in Florida because the jurors had connected with George based on their predetermined notions on what a black boy was. We've had so many murders in the black community since then. So many murders. Black folks killing black folks. Ain't nobody touched George. He's still walking around free. Even though his wife came out, she divorced him and said, you know what, y'all? He did do it. I believe he did it. I was married to the dude and I think he did it. Ain't nobody touched this man. But since the death of Trayvon Martin, so many black lives have been lost in the community, in the hood. Candace spoke out against that, y'all. We talking about Black lives, right? She came out and exposed Black Lives Matter. Ooh, so many people don't want to talk about that. But she came out, y'all, and exposed Black Lives Matter and the foolishness that was going on with that organization and how much money they extracted from the community and just pocketed the money, spent the money on mansions, and just lived it up. Y'all know the shape that California is in right now. I'm in California, y'all. I was going to show y'all a video this morning of how bad California really is. I apologize to y'all once again, y'all, that I didn't do the live stream this morning. I just wasn't feeling that great. And some of y'all, let me say this. I should have said it in the beginning, but let me say this because I would be remiss if I didn't note it, that some of y'all prayed for me. Some of y'all sent me prayers. I am so thankful for the support of this community, for being supportive of me in a situation where I just woke up and didn't feel well. I love y'all. And I appreciate the support that I get from y'all as a community, as a family. We building a community here, y'all. I appreciate it so much that y'all would lift up a prayer, send up a prayer on my behalf. Man, thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you so much for sending a few prayers up for a brother. I appreciate it. Some of y'all have commented and said, hey, it looks like you're losing weight, bro. You're losing weight. It's a great thing. Hey, let me tell you something, y'all. At my highest, I was 268. I was fat. I was heavy. I was too heavy. I told y'all I was going to do better, and I have been. I've been walking. I've been riding my bike. I've been doing my thing. But don't think just because I've lost weight and I look different, a little slimmer on camera, don't think I'm a lightweight, y'all. I'm still 235. I'll still give it to you. But God is blessing me, and I appreciate everything that God is doing in my life right now. I appreciate y'all for noticing. I'm working on it. But please be patient with me because God is not through with me yet. On this Sunday evening, I appreciate some of the folks that are in here on the East Coast, y'all. I am up late in the evening. It's 7:30 on West Coast time. I appreciate some of y'all on the East Coast and across the world and other continents for being here rocking with me tonight. Terry Hipper says, good on you, Gerald. Keep trying. You'll get to where you want to be. Terry, thank you. I appreciate you. And I hope I do get to where I want to be. Even though at this point, as I sit here before you, I haven't determined exactly where I want to be yet. I've taken this channel in a new direction. I'm leaning on God to guide me as I go forward. And I appreciate the support of all of you who are out there. Let's get back to what we're talking about. Because Denise Napier says it's 9:30 in Texas, and I ain't trying to keep y'all up here all night. Blue Skies Mom says East Coast here in New Jersey. I ain't trying to keep y'all up here all night, but Candace has been taking shots and arrows from the community, from Black folks. And if you ain't Black and you here in the chat, I apologize, y'all. Sometimes, check this out. Sometimes you got to just fall back when you see Black folks talking to Black folks. Sometimes you just got to step back and say, okay, I'm going to listen. But I ain't going to say too much because I know they talking amongst themselves and they trying to work it out. So I'm going to give them a little space to work it out. That's okay. We can still be friends. Look, I got white friends. I got an Italian friend of mine. Let me just say this to y'all. My Italian friends, he calls his grandmother Nana. I don't know exactly how old she is. I'm assuming in her 90s. She's very old. She's an elderly woman. And she's made the best ramen noodles I've ever tasted in my life. I don't know how she does it. She just take a regular pack of ramen and she put tomatoes and onions and garlic and all kind of stuff in it, and she just season it up to where it's just wonderful. I don't know how she does it. And I say, bro, has your grandmother ever had a Black man other than me sitting at her table? And we laugh at it. We joke about it. He like, nah, I don't think so. Bro, she almost 100. You can't tell me. And she ain't dropped an N-bomb or two in your presence. You ain't never heard that? Come on, bro. And he just hit me back with, well, what about your grandma? Didn't she drop a cracker? Hey, touche, man. But we beyond that, right? We can get along. We can understand history for what it is, and we can still connect on that level and be cool with each other, right? Because if we can't, then we can't accept what Candace Owens is talking about. I got friends of all nationalities, y'all. And that's what I try to put forth on this channel so that y'all understand. I've DJ'd with Filipinos. I've breakdanced with Mexicans. And I used to give my parents the business because if y'all know me on this channel, if you've been here for some time, you understand my story and how I came about as a preacher's kid. Even though I like to ride skateboards and ride BMX bikes and surf half pipes and do all that kind of stuff. Listen to heavy metal and rock and roll music and play the organ on Sunday morning. Y'all understand my story. I've been open with you about that. But beyond that, y'all, I used to go out and interact with all these other races because my parents moved across the other side of the tracks to uptown. You know, the hood always is downtown, south side, whoopty whoop. My parents moved to the other side. So I was brought up on that side. Although I would get on my bike and ride downtown to the south side to hang with my cousins and be a part of the foolishness just because that was my family. But on my side of town, I had white friends, I had Hispanic friends, I had Asian friends, I had friends of all cultures on that side of town. It was a crazy situation. But to that end, I understand what Candace is talking about when she addresses certain situations that some people in our community might not understand. And they out here killing us. They calling us sellouts. They saying we don't understand, we disconnected. They telling Candace she ain't got no ghetto pass. They telling her she ain't invited to the cookout. Y'all, what is this mentality about that is going on in our community? What are we talking about? Where we can exclude certain people because they think a certain way? What are we on, y'all? I don't get it. I don't get the vitriol. I don't get the hatred. These folks that I've listened to over the last 48 hours are talking about excluding somebody from a community where they don't own no property. They don't own nothing. They don't own no real estate. They ain't paying no property taxes. And here they are claiming a city, claiming a block, attacking this woman for not being a part of the narrative when they don't own nothing. You know why they don't own nothing? Because they ain't worked for nothing. And they mad at her for pointing out the fact that they don't own nothing because they ain't worked for nothing. And there you are, claiming a city, claiming a hood, claiming a block where you own nothing. The church you go to every Sunday don't even own the property that they own. They still trying to fight to refinance the property because they don't own it. And here you are trying to exclude this voice who, in my opinion, has done nothing but express solutions to try to solve the ills that plague the black community, y'all. They done went from the Trayvon Martin case to the Mike Brown case. Can we go to Mike Brown? When I was in grad school, y'all, all of the black students at my university in the Black Law Students Association, BALSA is what they call it, BLSA. They gathered on the steps of the school. Never forget it. They gathered on the steps and they took a photo with their hands up. They said, "Hands up, don't shoot." And they took a photo and they publicized it and sent it to local media and statewide media. And they pushed that thing to try to get notoriety. And I said, if you look at that photo now, you won't see me in it. Because I said, the people that I've gone to school with, the people that I've sat in class next to, the people that I know from this university would have never associated with a Mike Brown. Matter of fact, if y'all had seen Mike Brown walking towards you in the middle of the night, y'all would have crossed the street. The women would have clutched the bag, would have clutched the pearls. Said, I can't associate with this guy. But then you want to, for a photo op, take a picture and say, hands up, don't shoot. Mike Brown, no, I will not be a part of this foolishness. If y'all go into the archives and you search the university to this day, you won't see me in that photo. That was my little protest. I ain't doing this. Why? Because not only do I know some Mike Browns as the homies, I got some Mike Browns in my family. And y'all bougie boule Negroes gonna sit here on the steps of this ABA accredited university and try to put forth an image like you would support this. No, I know better. I'm sitting here right next to y'all in class and I understand what y'all really about, and this ain't it. So when Candace Owens comes out and she says, I disagree with this, I disagree with this story, I disagree with this perspective, I don't think y'all got this right, I think Mike Brown might have been in the wrong. There was a federal investigation under the Obama administration, and they found, nah, we can't find nothing against Mike Brown. Look like everything with this hands up, don't shoot narrative was false under the administration of the brown guy. Really? Is that what we own? The brown guy was wrong? Candace was right? All right, y'all. I've had y'all on here for 45 minutes. Let's get to the crux of the situation. Candace Owens. And Urban Southern Cookie is right on point. She right on time, y'all. She knows where I'm going with this. Urban Southern Cookie, I feel you, because Candace Owens came out on her opinion on George Floyd. And let me say this. I watched on camera, y'all. I watched George Floyd die. I watched those officers on his back, on his shoulders. I watched him on that ground. And when his bladder released, on that live video, I knew. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing about no George Floyd at that point. When I saw his bladder release, I knew it was done. As I sat there and watched it, I knew it was over. But then I saw the video afterwards. And I told y'all I have a degree in media, so I understand how this stuff is produced and presented so that you can feel a certain way based on how they push it to you. I get it. I saw that George Floyd, based on the full video, was on drugs, was pushed into a police car and asked to be let out. Bro, I can't take it. I can't breathe in here. Let me out. The police officers in that case put that man on the ground based on his own request. He was intoxicated. But Black Lives Matter, this organization that was funded by George Soros and his operative organizations, they came forward and pushed this organization on the people and their narratives on the people. Y'all was drowned out. Those of y'all who saw what I saw and said, look, maybe there's another narrative. Maybe that knee is not on the neck. Look at it. It looks like it's on the shoulder or looks like it's on the back. Look at the other angle and you can see what's going on there. It doesn't look like that's the weight of a person that would kill somebody. Yeah, urban Southern cookie, I understood exactly what you understood. This man is laying on the ground with police officers on his back, and it looks like he's calling out for his mama who's been dead for years. Turns out that he's been calling for his girlfriend, who he also called mama, that girlfriend who was committing those crimes with him at the time he was apprehended, at the time he was arrested, at the time he was handcuffed and put on the ground by his own request because he couldn't breathe in the police squad car. That's all Candace Owens was trying to say, y'all. She's saying, look at the evidence. Look at the full situation and understand what's going on. It amazes me that folks is killing her now for her George Floyd narrative. Y'all, I can't believe that y'all would support this crackhead, this drug addict, this man. Y'all supporting statues for this? Y'all supporting marches for this? Y'all supporting these incredible narratives for a man who was a drug addict when there are so many more positive images, positive narrative, positive people in the community that we can get behind and push forward and say, I believe you should be what our community should strive for. They canceling Candace Owens because of her George Floyd experience and George Floyd narrative. But that narrative, y'all, is the narrative of Black Lives Matter. And if you look at that organization, you understand that these folks wasn't right from the beginning. These are the folks that was pushing people to burn down pharmacies in Black neighborhoods, burn down grocery stores, in black neighborhoods, burn down gas stations in black neighborhoods. What are black folks supposed to do when these folks finish tearing up the hood and they leave and just leave y'all with burnt up communities? You look at these situations and you say, hey, if this is Black Lives Matter, how come ain't no black folks out there doing the burning and destruction? Where the black folks at? They somewhere minding their own black business. While these white folks out here under the guise of Black Lives Matter are out here tearing up black communities. Somebody ain't gonna like this tonight. Somebody gonna be mad tonight. I apologize to you, even as I stream this, even as I state this message. I apologize to you if you disagree with this, but the truth is the truth, and it's going to hurt some people. And obviously, the firing of Candace Owens has hurt some people because they out here in these internet streets yapping, running their jaws, jaw jacking. I see them, I hear them, and they going crazy over Candace Owens. They thinking she gonna be destroyed. They thinking her message is gonna die. But you know what, y'all? Here's the thing that I always respected about Candace Owens, and I don't agree with her on everything. I don't agree with anything, anybody on anything, everything. Let me say this again because I messed that up. I don't agree with any certain person on every single subject. Can I say that? Can I say it that way? But I agree with her right to say what she feels. And I feel like every time she came out and she spoke about different things that would enhance the community. Candace Owens wasn't out here telling you about certain things in the hip hop community that your kids are ingesting, like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and Ice Spice and all these different artists that are trying to drag your kids into the gutter. That ain't what she was talking about. I respect her for that. I respect her for having a message that was always trying to give solutions to improve the black community. Always trying to say, y'all, if we could do this, we could be better. No, we ain't gonna be perfect, but we could be better. Urban Southern Cookie says, no one brother to read their mission statement on their website that stated they support the Alphabet Mafia. Ooh, Urban Southern Cookie. Did you just say Alphabet Mafia on this live? Are you serious, my sister? Are you on that page? Because you know they're going to come for you for talking like that. But we understand what the real is and what the fake is. That's where a lot of their funding ended up supporting. Absolutely, sis. We get it. She says it's the race hustlers. Zeal Zealous says right. Zeal Zealous says facts. I appreciate your support. But we talking about Candace tonight, y'all, and they trying to cancel Candace and trying to stop her avenues from coming back after being fired. Let me take that back. After being disconnected by the Daily Wire. We don't know if they fired her. We don't know if it was an amicable resolution to the contract. We don't know what it was. Ain't nobody trying to say at this point, so we're all speculating, but we know that she's disconnected, and she said, I am free. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear is Candace say, I am free. I'm free to say what I want. I'm free to opine on these situations as I wish. That's all I wish for everybody. That's all I wish for you, y'all, out there tonight listening to this podcast. I wish you freedom. I wish you get out that cubicle that you locked into, that you gotta go to and report to at 8 o'clock in the morning. I hope that you find a way to disconnect from that slavery, from that plantation. I hope that you find a way to break away and be free. Like Candace said, I am free, y'all. I echo that sentiment here on tonight. On this Sunday evening, y'all, I am free. I appreciate all of y'all, all 100 plus of y'all, for being in the room tonight. I am free. I can say what I want. I can feel how I feel and be honest with y'all. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down tonight, because I'm glad for Candace. Beyond her Trayvon Martin remarks that I disagreed with, beyond her Mike Brown remarks that I didn't necessarily agree with, beyond her George Floyd remarks that I did agree with, because I thought y'all went way over the edge in supporting the George Floyd narrative and putting up a whole statue in the name of a crackhead. Y'all, I need you to put up a Frederick Douglass statue. I need you to put up a Booker T. Washington statue. I need you to get on this level with Black thinkers who have been on this page for hundreds of years. I need you not to fall victim to the mainstream media narrative that is being pushed in our communities. I need you to understand that somebody like a Candace Owens can provide something positive to the community. Don't throw her away, y'all. I'm looking at Black voices who saying Candace can't come to the cookout. Candace ain't invited to Thanksgiving. Candace can't come in my church. Candace can't do this or that or the third. Who are these people who think that they have some authority? These empty voices that don't own a piece of property in a whole city. That's sitting up talking about what somebody else can't do when you don't pay property taxes in your city. When your sons got babies that they don't take care of. When your daughters out here having abortions, killing Black babies. Yeah, y'all, we need to look at ourselves, because only we can fix ourselves. Who's sitting up waiting on somebody else to come into the hood and fix us? Who's sitting up waiting on somebody to come into our neighborhoods and change things that we refuse to change ourselves? Who's sitting up waiting on that? Not me. Not people who think like I think. We out here doing the work. We out here trying to change the minds of the youth, because we understand that the youth are the future. Alexandra Jackson, I appreciate you. Blue Sky's mom, I appreciate you. Terry Harp, Hepper, Takesha B, appreciate you being here. Everyone who is in the house tonight, I appreciate your presence on this evening. If we sit up and we exclude voices like a Candace Owens, those voices who have been out here advocating for positive change in the community, what are we left with? We just going to exclude her because She on the right side of things? We just going to exclude her because she might be a Republican? Some of y'all call me Republican. That's what I'm not. I am a registered independent in the state of California, where they have gerrymandered this situation such that my voice doesn't count. My vote doesn't count. Hope you understand. I think my Instagram live has dropped. This is the first time I've tried that, and I think it has cut off because we've been on over an hour. I appreciate Instagram for being a part. I'm sorry that they have cut off on this live, but we ain't gonna be here much longer. I just wanted y'all to be able to pick up what I'm putting down tonight, y'all. They trying to cancel Candace. They're trying to kill her persona and her opinion, but there are so many thousands of people who agree with the things that she was advocating for. We gotta fix us. And it disappoints me that I find other content creators and podcasters that advocate for things that are so angering. They want you to wake up every morning mad. They want you to be upset. They want your life to be miserable. Why? Because they profit from your poverty. They profit from your depression. They profit from you being angry every day at the power structure. I am not part of that narrative. I want you to wake up happy every day. I want you to wake up and curate your social media. I want you to make sure that all the negative energy is excluded from all the stuff you ingest every day. Those folks who are marketing and promoting negativity into your life, exclude them, delete them, block them. I've had conversations just this week where people talk about how my YouTube channel has over 400,000 subscribers. And I've said to some of those people, you know what? It's great, and I am happy and pleased that my subscribers on YouTube are approaching 405,000 people. We're growing every day. I am pleased. However, understand that when you look at those 404,000 and some change people, understand that there are thousands of people on this platform who have been blocked from my channel. Blocked. Will never return. I ain't even giving you the time of day. I'm not considering anything you've had to say. I've seen some people come at me and apologize for some of the stupid things they've said. No, you are blocked because there are approaching 9 billion people on the planet Earth. And you let the devil use you on this channel. Nah, we ain't doing that. We all about positivity. We all about uplifting. We all about building. And I think Candace is moving in that direction. Just because she don't agree with them folks, let's talk about that. No, we're not going to talk about it too long. I've kept y'all on here long enough. But she came into a disagreement with Ben Shapiro because he went off the rails. And I was surprised because I listened to Ben Shapiro for a long time. And when that issue went out on October 7th, when they invaded Israel and killed all of those civilians, and Israel decided to strike back against Hamas, it seemed like Ben Shapiro went off the rails and he was advocating for America to crash out based upon support for Israel. Look, bro, We support Israel. We understand what's going on there. We understand their need to strike back. We understand that we understand that they were attacked based on domestic individuals. They have a right to retaliate. But for America as a country to go all in and crash out based on Israel's interest, I can't understand that. I can't agree with that. So I understand to a certain degree, a certain level where Candace Owens was on that, but that was her boss, bro. How you gonna tell your boss I don't agree with you? I don't like what you're talking about, and I ain't with that. That keep that energy. That ain't what I'm on right now. Well, you can expect that you'll at a certain point you're gonna get let go. And I'm thinking about the situation. And I'm thinking, well, maybe Candace understood at a certain point that was her way out. Maybe her boss would disagree with that so much so that he would let her out. Whatever that contract looked like, we don't know what the contract was. But if you understand that sometimes you get your hand caught in a vice, and all you can do is wiggle it slow until you can get it free. And if you understand that a certain angle will piss your boss off enough to where he would just fire you and let you go. That may be what it was. We don't know. Nobody has come out on either side to say what the situation really was. We don't know what Candace is talking about. We don't know what the Daily Wire is talking about. They just said straight down the middle, we no longer have a relationship. Okay, we'll accept it for that. And we'll see where the Daily Wire goes. We'll see where Candace goes in the future. But I'm going to tell you, y'all, I don't think Candace was 100% wrong in this situation with the things that she said about them folks. I don't think the Daily Wire is wrong in the things that they might have said. We don't have all the information, so we're going to withhold judgment on this channel. Is that okay? I appreciate all y'all being here tonight. We got Lonum 22 in here. Zeal Zealous is in here. Rachel Moreland is in here. Blue Sky's mom is in here. Bird Lover 5 is in here. Desert Eagle 1955 is in the building. Y'all, we are in here tonight. And I just want y'all to know, at the end of all this, that I appreciate you. I thank you for your support on this channel. You don't have to agree with everything I say. You don't. It's okay. As long as we can agree to be disagreeable. I think we all right. I think we grown enough. And look, based upon what y'all been leaving in my comments, y'all coming in my comments saying, look, I'm a 60-year-old white man. I'm an 80-year-old white woman. Y'all, I don't know what it is that inspires y'all to do that, but it just amazes me that anybody that is the age of my parents would be even listening to anything I have to say, to give me any credibility that I get on the internet, and y'all care anything about what I'm talking about. And y'all are older than my mama. It's incredible. But I just want you to know that I appreciate you tonight. I'm glad for you being a part of this live stream. I'm glad that God gave me the strength and the energy to be a part. Jesus is King. I see you. I appreciate you being here. Anybody want to come up tonight? Anybody want to come up and express themselves tonight? Let me just throw that out there before I get off this internet for y'all and just let y'all know what's going on. Anybody interested in speaking? I'll put the link up. I'll put the link up. Anybody willing to come up and express themselves on Candace Owens law? Y'all, let's stay on topic. Let's be specific about what we're talking about tonight. Anybody willing to say something about Candace and about how people have expressed themselves about Candace in the last 48 hours? I think it is unfortunate that black folks would come out publicly and say, oh, she can't come back to the community because she said XYZ. We not fooling with Candace. She not a part of the community. She ain't black. She lost her black card. She lost her ghetto pass. She not invited to the community. We not fooling with Candace. People who say those things, it's incredible to me. Man. Is there, look, y'all, I'm on my computer. I've said this before. I'm on my computer. Is there anybody out there who would do me the favor, would do me the solid of dropping a cookie in the comments? I need a cookie emoji in the comments, y'all. I can't get off and leave this like this. Where's my phone? I'm gonna have to I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to get on with my phone and try to see if I can figure it out. I'm gonna have to see if I can figure out how to get a cookie emoji on here. Thank you, Alexandra Jackson. Thank you so much. Alexandra did it for me because look, Paulus Armstrong, Blue Sky's mom. We got cookies. Rachel Moreland. Thank you, y'all, because my friend my friend, Urban Southern Cookie, has represented tonight. She has sponsored the stream. And I just want to appreciate every one of y'all because I ain't figured out how to do it yet. Some of y'all, people have laughed at me in the past because I'm not the most tech savvy person in the world. But I appreciate y'all dropping cookies in the chat because Urban Southern Cookie has represented tonight. And we appreciate her so much for sponsoring the stream. I appreciate her. I'm waiting for her brother to hit me up. Look, I ain't forgot his name. Urban Southern Cookie. You think I forgot? His name is Preston. I'm waiting on Preston to hit me up. I got something for Preston. I'm not playing. I appreciate y'all dropping a cookie in the chat because this sister has come through tonight and sponsored the stream. We appreciate her support. We love her and we appreciate her. And we love the fact that she is a supporter of this community. We got Zil Zealous in the house. Man, this is amazing. Thank you for the great content, says Zil Zealous. Thank you for your support so much. Urban Southern Cookie says, I was cam up, but I am sick with a cold. Look, sis, I understand. I was sick this morning. That's why I didn't come on because I didn't want to get on with the goat throat and just assault you all with what my crazy voice sounded like. But when I came to myself midday, I said, look, let me put something together for the people, for the supporters of the channel, like Urban Southern Cookie, like Zeal Zealous. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being a part. Collabter even on with cookie emojis. We got Urban Southern Cookie in the house, y'all. This is, look, whenever she represent, this is what we do. We put cookies in the chat. I'm gonna figure out how to do it on my computer Y'all forgive me not for not being tech savvy. We got Playboy, Playful. I'm sorry, Playful cut with a whole cookie. I appreciate y'all all for being here. I hope that y'all have picked up what I've been putting down tonight. I'm not trying to kill Candace. Some other people have in the last 48 hours. And I'm disappointed in it because we as a community got to do better, y'all. We can't just destroy those in the community that we disagree with, because we got to understand that the Black community is not a monolith. Paulus Armstrong, do you understand what I'm talking about? The Black community is not a monolith. Paulus says, thank you for your work. Makes me feel less lonely in my thoughts. Thank you so much for your support, because I have the same type of thoughts. And that's what my coffee conversations is about, when I just sit down with a cup of coffee and let my mind flow. Just let my mind be free. As one of my professors used to say, let my synapses just fire off. I couldn't do it this morning, but I appreciate the fact that y'all didn't kill me for not being available this morning. Paulus, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. It means everything to me that y'all would contribute to the channel. You know what? I think I can say it now. Y'all, I'm about to go full-time YouTuber. It's something that I haven't really spoke on yet, but it's something that I've been thinking about. And I think that this channel has gotten to the point where I can do that. Playful Cat dropped a cookie. Urban Southern Cookie, there you go. One after the other after the other. We got Urban Southern Cookie in the building. We are appreciating her tonight. Paulus Armstrong, thank you for your support. I think, and you know, I've been prayerful about it. I'm waiting on God to lead me and tell me what to do, but I'm leading in a certain direction. I think God is giving me the okay. And when I see support like this right here, I what can I say? Only God will lead somebody in that direction to support me in that way. Urban Southern Cookie, I'm gonna go back and check, and let me go and look at my Instagram. I'm not on there all day every day, but I'm gonna go and check it out, because I got something for Preston. I'm about to set that brother up based on your support. I really, truly appreciate it. And I just want to be a blessing to those who have been a blessing to me. I'm glad that he hit me up, because it don't sit right with me that somebody would give me such support that you've given, and I not be able to sow back in some kind of way. I'm just not built that way. I'm sorry. That's just the way I get down. So I hope when I go back and check, look, Preston dropped me an address, bro. I got something for you. She told me you a drummer. That's my bag. Let's connect, sir. I got something for you. And I appreciate the support of you and your family. I appreciate y'all. And we about to get it in, Preston. I hope you smack them joints every Sunday morning. I hope you think about this podcast on Sundays when you slap them hi-hats and get in it. Get it in. And let us know if we did right by you with a hand hammered set of hi-hats from Istanbul, Turkey, where a man sat down with a hammer and some heated copper and put them joints together on your behalf. Y'all, we got Alexandra Jackson in the building. I stand with Candace. Wow. Alexandra, I've seen a lot of people opposed to your opinion over the last 48 hours that are just, they saying Candace can't get back into the Black community. Whatever she did to offend the community, they have revoked her pass. Alexandra, they ain't letting her in. They saying whatever offenses she's made in the past has been too much for them. They revoked her Black card. They taken away her access because she got a husband who is not Black. Well, I've told y'all in the past, let me finish this quote. You are appreciated, sir. Thank you so much. You have a beautiful mind and God bless you. Thank you, Alexandra Jackson, for your support. But I've seen so many people. I told y'all on this channel when I was in grad school, the Mexicans, the Mexican students married Mexican students. The Chinese students married Chinese students. The Japanese students married Japanese students. But when it came to Black males, something that was incredible in my graduating class of 2017, when I graduated from law school, those brothers, I don't understand it. They just sought out white women. And I looked at other nationalities of all different races, and it wasn't happening in their communities. They were going after who they were going after in their own nationality. There was an Indian woman in my graduating class. I ain't gonna name her, but she never and never would have connected with anybody who was not an Indian male. She connected with an Indian male. She married that Indian male. She went on with her life to be successful. But for some reason, not like the Chinese, not like the Japanese, not like the Mexicans, not like the Indians, not like anybody else, the Black males in my class gravitated, sought out, y'all, white women. I don't know what that's about. I'm not trying to make this a racial live. We're going to talk about it at a later event, at a later point, because I want to dig into it and see what y'all think about it. But that's what they went for. In my graduating class, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is. But I know that a lot of Black women complain about it. I've heard those complaints. A lot of Black women are upset about it. Ain't a lot of Black women on that level, y'all. Let me just be real about the situation. When you get to those higher level circumstances, ain't many of us there at all. We such a small minority of what's going on that level. Paulus Armstrong, go for it. We simply need more voices like yours. I appreciate that so much. Because when I get support like this on this channel, I try, y'all, and I'll do that on another coffee conversations where I just let my mind go and I talk to y'all. But I try to figure out what it is that I do right, what it is that I do wrong, what it is that y'all like, what it is that y'all dislike. I try to figure it out because I'm in the process, only being on here a year and a half, changing the vibe of this channel. I've only been on here a year and a half, y'all. I'm still new to this. But I'm still trying to figure out what it is that y'all dig, what it is that you don't dig. Robert Roberson, what it is you like and what you don't. Lonham 22. Just trying to figure it out so that we can get the messaging right, so that we can be an advocate for Christ on this channel and still reach the people. Try to win souls for Christ and try to touch the people where they are. It's a delicate balance, y'all. Desert Eagle 19 55 says, keep following Holy Spirit. I'm trying, bro. Keep me lifted in prayer because we want to do a positive work on this channel. We want to use it for God's glory. We want to be effective. We want to be a change agent in the community. All those things are goals that we have set for this channel. We're trying to do a good work. I appreciate everyone who is a supporter of this work. Urban Southern Cookie, man, I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for being a supporter of this channel. I'm going to that Instagram because I need Preston to reach out and touch me, Preston. And we gonna make it happen because I am obligated at this point. I cannot accept the support that Urban Southern Cookie has given and not so back into the life of someone who is connected to her, someone who she loves. Because I felt a love from her and I don't know where it comes from. I don't know what I've said. I don't know what I've done, but I'm trying to figure it out. I'm continually in prayer and consecration, trying to sow in and tap into God's direction for this channel. I hope y'all appreciate what I'm trying to say and where I'm coming from. I appreciate y'all being supporters of what's going on here and the transition, y'all. If you follow me, look, I've been on this platform, YouTube, since 2006. Some of y'all just discovering me today, which is incredible to me. I've been on this platform since 2006. I hope y'all help me figure it out moving forward. And your support means a lot to what we got going on here. I appreciate y'all. I love you all. I don't know when I'm going to go live again, but I will definitely get some more content up for y'all on this channel. I'm getting to the point where, and if you're a member of this channel, you've heard me say it, I'm going to go full-time YouTube, y'all. I'm going to go full-time YouTube on this channel. I'm just trying to figure it out at this point. I'm trying to stay prayerful and see what God is directing me to do. I don't want to do nothing that's out of the will. I don't want to do nothing that's inappropriate. I don't want to do nothing that God has not ordained on this channel. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the prayers. Y'all prayed for me today. I didn't expect that. I was just trying to tell y'all I'm not coming on live today because I got a situation. My nose is running. My sinuses are swollen. I don't want to get on here looking crazy, sounding crazy for y'all. And y'all pray for me. That was so unexpected, but so appreciated, y'all. I don't want to get emotional, so I'm going to get off Beyonce's internet. But thank y'all for your support. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I think we covered Candace pretty thoroughly. There were some other things I wanted to get into that I didn't. But we've been on here an hour and a half. I think y'all understand where I'm coming from. I appreciate Candace for her perspective. I think she gives us some things in the community that we need to discuss, kick around, mull over. And these are conversation starters. I tell y'all this every time I get off the internet on recorded videos. I say my job is to keep the conversation going. Let's subscribe to the channel and invite other people to the channel so we can get other people involved in the conversation. Y'all have heard me say that. It's not for no reason. It's for a very specific reason. Because if we keep the conversation going, That's where we find solutions. If we shut down, we ain't gonna find nothing. We'll go back into our silos. We'll go back into our corners. We'll get back on our teams, and everybody will just settle into their opinion and not be open to anything else that anyone has to say. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep the conversation going so we can talk through some of these issues that we have in the community. Is that okay? Is that all right? Hope y'all appreciate it because that's what we own. Let's keep the conversation going. I appreciate y'all for being here tonight on this Palm Sunday. Y'all, Easter is a week from now. I hope y'all tap into the message of Resurrection Sunday. Only a few days left. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for being a part of this live on tonight. Thank you for your support and your charity. It encourages me more than you would ever know. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, you subscribers, for your memberships, for your positive comments, for your prayers, everything that you have to offer on this channel, on this effort, on this endeavor. I thank each and every one of you. Thank y'all. I can't say it enough. I'm just going, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. Crazy. I could not have imagined that God would have blessed this channel like this. And at some later point, we're going to sit down, y'all, and I'm going to tell you why I decided to pivot on this channel. And we're going to discuss where this channel is really going and where this channel has been. If y'all just tapping in now, you missed a whole lot. Y'all have been on here since 2006. There's some things you have missed, skipped over in the past, and I need to get you up to speed on what's going on. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And until I see you again, may God bless you and your families and keep you safe. Peace, y'all.